at the end, why not? Open it. Now you have it open. It's kind of easy thing when you use Dremel. So get it around. Be careful. Yes, you look a little bit, but it's okay. This one. Clean it up. Clean it up. Goody. I have all parts prepared here, so I will go step by step, you guys. But first I think we doing the GoPro. Then let me make other cameras on, and then we start again. So, guys, this is the open GoPro. Here I have 11 bit left, but these are at the end only one isolation or one, I don't know. These are, yeah, I think anti-static. So then we have two of them. Bing, bing, and then display is out. Okay, so then we look at the screws. We have normally these and this one. I need this one. Yeah. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. It's mostly the battery case first. So we take the screws here, or battery case, then one lens screw. You can do all the screws you see, and which you cannot see. Here is a hole, for example, in. You can go down to this one, so it's quite easy one, right? You have a little bit hex, so it's mixed. It is nothing special, but you have to look. So, and then this battery thing is, you have directly two. Make it with my glasses here a little bit. So you have two connections. You need to release the battery and battery case and the display pass-through connector, because the display is connected underneath the battery case. Okay, so underneath the battery case, and then so two at the end from the battery case. You can later reconnect because we need them. This is a little bit anti-static. So next the process is, of course, get it more. These are a lot of screws in to keep everything tight and in place. The USB, this is a different one. I think I have it here. Really hard. Sometimes you need really push hard to not screw it up, right? In the right or the full. Don't screw it up. And then the other screws from the sensor that we take later. Then here one Phillips again. So 1, 2, 3. The USB I did get not right, because I think I need max. And this is the trickiest, I think, because you cannot get from the top, right? And there are a lot. Yeah. And be careful, don't to hit any component on the board, yeah, for sure, because otherwise. So on top, not. The sensor is one thing. Okay, this is a different one. Could be that I screwed it up. This one later. First I need this USB. Last time also it was so difficult. We have something, I think. Okay, that is only the magnet or the button. So that you can leave all the screws there. That's a little bit easy. You can clap them down, clap, and then you have the whole connector, right? So this one I done, this one I done. Yeah, the main thing is, of course, the board on top. I have this one. So the USB. Okay. The last screw here. You don't need. That was the point last time also. So you can directly try it, and then push it from here a little bit, that it goes out, because here you have the rotation into the mounting hole, so then you can get rid of the USB-C, right? Then you can get up here the board. Now we do more or less the last screw here. A long one. This is a long one, and we need the screws here from the front. normally not, if I remember, because there is only so why I have screwed it up here, I don't know, because here's one screw and here the last thing, so I will need a bigger one. Yeah. Not easy coming out here. No, good. Bad screw. Then take it here. The micros we need to put out. Then on the sensor, I don't know. This is this weird. Sorry, this weird plastic. It is here under the sensor between the microphone or the speaker. There's a speaker, so you can get rid of the speaker also. But leave it there on the motherboard, and then look for the screws. No screws, okay. No. We lift the other. Okay, all connectors from the main board is okay. All on the main board. And now we need first here's another screw, but this is first I want to have this upper thing. So first I think of course there's a perfect order, but at the end you leave it. You don't need the front to be demounted, but so, and under the sensor cable there's another screw. Yeah, so definitely take it apart. Okay, here is the last screw from the motherboard, I think. So now we have more or less motherboard quite good released. Only only one screw, I think. This is from the chassis underneath, and this is the board. So normally now the sensor must go out. Yeah. And there's another there's another screw under the sensor. We have a look. I don't know what they done. This one was a bigger one. Yeah, I know. I think I don't know. This is an what's called Allen key, right? Allen key. Yes. Perfect. So out. So normally we need it. That's one screw. Yeah, that was the last one. Here, sorry, here in the upper edge, there, that is a third sensor screw, black one. And then you have this out, and then you have most probably the lens coming back out. And if you have the lens out, of course, be careful and directly save it. Good. Yeah, this is the lens sealing. And now the main board is more or less released. Beside of these brackets, and only the last one on top. Then you have the power board and antenna released. Now you have the main board. The main board you have to be careful. Get it out there, because there's some static sealing again. Static sealing. Then you have normally nothing else besides this. Take care of the last connectors, and then you have this one This is a weird thing. This releasing is more or less from the back. Lift it from the back, and you can lift it there from the back and then up out. Good. Then have the motherboard. Okay. And now last time I released the front screen. To release the front screen, you need to unsolder these plastic connectors. So be careful, and then you can release the whole thing out. Then the screen attached on the metal, and then you can release with a little bit heat gun. You can release the front display with the heat gun. I will not do it right now for you guys, because this is for the kit, for the red kite kit, and this is enough what we have done now. So we have the main components what we need. Yeah, we have our main board, and we have then our back component what we need. So this is the back, namelessRC. Then we have the sensor, and then we have the main board, right? So all. Now we have at the end the set to complete it. This is a plate which we have, and now we need sensor protection, adapter, ND filter, sensor, record button, sensor mount, compress base, FPV cam mounts, GoPro standoff, PCB bracket holder, PCB mounting bracket with the TPU. Then we have the Redkytedrones GoPro extension. This is the extension board 10. So for the power button we can release it here. We can break it here because we need later the connector. All the stuff there. Quite good. And then only these two. Perfect. This is from the previous build. I have something left. I don't know. I have always so much left from the build, because yeah, you have more than you need. So here I can take the screws from the GoPro. So, goody. Then these are all the plastic parts. Please look into nothing left. Nothing left. So the screws, compress, nut, press nut, sometimes. Okay, all three. This is only for the all three. Compress 3 standoff M2 knuckle press nut. I think this is for the frame. So this at the end, very interesting, because there are definitely screws in it which perhaps you not have. Yeah, so no chance So you need, look at it. Oh, is it wonderful? Wonderful. Are these smalls? Yes, these smalls are in. I really double check that I have every, because this is horrible if you have them thrown away. Good. The thing is, the cable, this is from the sensor board. Oh, sorry, I need it because I don't want to screw it up. Okay. Then let us dive into the back, and of course, and the power cable we don't need because we make it different. Yeah? So I think first, let me also have a look. We have battery and ground in the record. We don't need, but the battery and ground. So, and we have this cable. It comes with a kit, yeah, for unplugging, plug and unplug. And now I have to look on my configuration of the other drone that I don't screw it up. Pull it back. So the PCB from the back, from namelessRC, yeah, we release them to throw it up, then put it in the cable, really stick it into, and then pull these two down. Okay, then have it fixed, and then we will mount it like this. So this is for the record button. This is power button, yeah, power button, and this will be power for USB-C. So power USB-C, we will connect. I always check before I push. Yeah. So, okay. 1. 2. On the other cord, I didn't have the power button because I don't need it. Yeah. Because you cannot push it anyhow. Yeah, but it's good. It's good in the one way. So on this side. So. Yeah. Perfect. Sensor cable up, sensor cable down. So now we have to prepare a little bit. So we will have, of course, these little guys here that will come to the plate. Really first, like this. Then this is the one top. So this will more or less on top. You can glue it. I prefer to take silicone, preheat, high temperature silicone. Yeah, you can glue it on easy. This one is now at the end for the whole thing. And this one perfect. It's in one direction. Make it underneath and then on top. Let me explain. So we have this part, yeah, and it comes there under the lens, so that you can have it connected then to this front. There are two different front covers available, depends on how and which ND filters you use, of course, right? And make sure you have the right direction, because I think only in one position it matches, yeah. And then there are little screws. I don't know. You can save the screws at the end by how many times you have. You can sort them. This makes the most sense for me, to sort them, so to see from which type how many screws you have, because yeah, then you can of course relate, oh okay, it could be this one, or no, it's another one, right? So I have 4 black, I have 5, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 black, 7 black, okay, and 7, 8 black. That is good, because sometimes for the board it's differently used. You can see it in the TPU, yeah, hardly, that it is at the end the silver ones in my set. The silver one countersink, right? I think, yeah, if I pronounce it right, because then you have silver, and if you then put the ND on, you don't lose any space, right? So it is quite good. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Really good. Quite good looking. Yeah, I'll make a picture for you guys. Perfect. Okay. Because now we can mount it here. Long screw, and then we have more or less one. It must be one. then we have there's another thing. You have really an special Allen key needed, so make sure you have a small one. It's not kind of 2 millimeters. Good. Yeah. It's a little bit too much fixed, because you must be able to bend it, right? But it's good if it's sticking. So now currently already mounted, right? So we can take, I think these, yeah, must be. I hate it when this TPU moves back from the carbon, so let us. Well, what is this cam doing? Yeah, using the action cams for any capturing. I only have my one Blackmagic here. The other one is in the drone. So I only have one normal cam with the Blackmagic 6K. So you can receive some crops, right? So now we have this fixed. Let me mount the sidebars and cameras. I think are here in. Yeah. So we have a little bit more. Because what we need is these press nuts into the carbon fiber. Easy. It is not a hard one, so you have to decide. Here one press nut in, and I have, yeah, more or less I have an drop stock. I don't know. I can make the press nuts here in. I will post a photo. I don't know. So then the press nut is in, and I do the same. Good. These twos, cambrace, or how they called, cambrace, right? Cambrace, right? Cambrace. Then you have the red knobs, and then these things are a little bit difficult. We have these was a little bit thicker and a little bit less thicker. So like this. Right. And now we have to how was it? Okay, make sure these two press nuts, and then make sure you have these yeah, these print press nuts more or less, because in the TPUs you have and use them often if you print something and have them, and there are at the end some possibilities to put them in. But I only use it on TPU, right? So don't worry. Good. Then they are in. So 1, 2, press nut, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay. And now we can at the end mount everything. We have 1. Why only 1? 1 countersunk, 1, 2. Okay, then these are the ones for mounting this one. Okay. Yeah. So it's a little bit more clear now. Huh? Good. And then I think we have these two and on the position. So now we have, of course, this one this way, also here. Normally I would say we have 2 of these, but we have only 1. Okay. So then we can take a normal. It must be a normal. We can but there's one. I don't know if I miss one. No, there are 2. 2 countersunk. Sorry. So these shorts, these short ones, I take it here. This short one is then yeah. Yeah. The other short one. And then the red knobs directly into the case, and that's case, right? So you have now everything quite good mounted, and the small ones and down the longer ones countersink, right? Good. Center cable we can now connect. At the end we have really plenty space, right, to connect it. Make sure the board is a little bit wiggly. If you make the sensor push, then the board goes to the side out of the original sensor plug. So I hope We have now the second part, or at the end the in detail mounting, right? So we have of course the board, the back, and the PCB sensor board, and now we are going to the holders. There are different holders for the main board and the PCB. Very good done, because here is for slide of the board. You can really place it correctly, right? So we need now to figure out which side and which placing we have. So let me try without breaking it off again, because it's a little bit tricky. I will also do my detailed photos to have it then shown to you. Good. Okay. The second thing is this one keeps on, and this is really good. Yeah, this is really well done. This keeps down the sensor, but not this one, and therefore I attach here on this area a little bit more, not to bring tension on it, yeah, but a little bit more. So we will see if we use, for example, this kind of foam, or really we go with a piece of foam. I have here the like this hard foam, and we can arrange it to have it so like this, and make it flat up, and then we need it only more than half here, and we need only like this, and then we make it really flat because we don't need too much, and then it can be attached here. So then you are really secure that it don't come up. With the GoPro 12 you don't have an issue that the center cable is too short. Yeah, you don't have an issue with this 12 center cable that it is too short or something. No issue. Yeah. Center cable protection, we can place a little bit glue on it. I have this, but perhaps it will stay there, so let me take a little bit extra glue. Good, okay. So, okay, what we need of course is we need to have this foam only in the area where it is free. So now we have more or less possibility to screw a little bit. Okay, so now we have attached this one. Now at the board slides into, yeah, and I think this one we need to remove. Yeah. Again, connection. That is the only thing what I didn't like is, of course, you need some time to settle everything. Okay, so now we have the red button. Really going. So the mounting is of course a little bit difficult, I would not say, but you place the button down and then you have one really short little one. So mounting the red button, huh? Good. So at the end now, only important is that this is placed, of course, to push the button, right? And to ensure it, you have two different things. So okay, ready. Now I pre-solder the connectors for the GoPro. Then later on, I manage it to have the same. And this one, and this is for the FC. This comes from the FC, and then we have this kind of lang roundabout. It's more or less plenty of cable there. You don't need to make it too tight, because you want to replace switch, of course, around. Good. Now we have to look at ground and battery. Ground and battery. So okay, that's done. Now we have the plug there, and this is then later for the FC. Okay, now it's a little bit looking into what we need. So we need the position of the button. This is important. Position of the button, and you have, of course, this thing there that you have the second. This is the kind of TPU which you want then to have placed to hold the sensor cable, right? The sensor cable. What is this? Okay. Then you have two possibilities. It's all not easy, so make sure you have pre-mounted or mounted. So what I need is a little bit into TPU. First one, and now the second one, otherwise I have to then also from the other side it will be then later be given. So 1, 2, 3, and that it was, yeah. So you have one spacer here. Then you have here the bracket with the holder of the PCB, and then you have on the other side the holder of the Wi-Fi and sensor port 90 degrees. And yeah, that's it. And now we try the board to place correctly. And you can have it then screwed it down. 1, 2, 3. And here, have a look. It all is there. Have place. And that the board is not too much bent, right? Because this is what we want to avoid. That we have tension on it. Good. A little bit it has, of course, but not too much. So 1, 2, 3. Right, looks good. The button is nearly perfect. So I have the last screw back. I need to hold the spacer and the board. Good. And now I have the button. Right? Make sure this button is releasing after pressing. Otherwise, I can suggest to have a little bit of like this rubber tape. Then between the board and the plug for the back. That's also good, right? But here it fits perfectly. Really perfect. Good. So now at the end I would suggest to run it and test it. Yeah. Okay. So now with our SD card. So click. It's a little bit tight. Then we have our power. I have set 12.9, I think 12.9. Anyway, it comes to the 4S, right? So, good. So it comes up. Then we have to look at the recording. If you fly, you must leave it or stop it before unplugging, of course, the drone, because otherwise, right, corrupt data. You can repair the file, but in post stabilization for something in real steady it makes an issue. Sometimes in GoPro also you have lost package, lost frames, so I'm not really happy. So let us verify in the GoPro app that we have everything set up. So it's connected, you see. We have the connection. Take it off. Then turn off. That we want, right? And I think then we can turn back on. We can have a control for the picture short. Review. I have set to 2.4 GHz because the board is only 2.4 GHz. So this is important that you set it to 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi and not 5, to avoid any issues with the antenna, because the antenna is only 2.4. So picture Perfect, right? My best. Good. It's flat color also. It's everything set like yeah, you make your cinematic stuff. Lock, 10-bit, 25. All fine. Okay, so then I would see this as a success. The ND filter, of course, is there by Freewell, for example, the Mavic Zoom, Mavic 2 Zoom, right? ND filters. So yeah, you can have a look at it. Good. So for now, I'm done with this GoPro. Okay. And yeah, I think it is possible to get a back button plate and mount something on another drone. Why not? Because this form factor is quite convenient, and I think it is really good. Perhaps you can make it this way, so that you have the sensor like this. I don't know, but normally this is for the drone. Form factor perfect. Silicon, best silicon. I love silicon. You don't have any issues afterwards. We have a really good protection. Good. Nice. Nothing else. Good.
Sacred words inside us, filling yes words and thunderbolts. Sacked old dreams, new mediocre, find new ways to overdrive. You can find me out there, look for that circling square.